There have been a lot of changes here at the Boba Ranch, and we have a couple of birthdays to celebrate. Lots happening today. Alright, so... Wait. Alright. So first things first, we have expanded on the barn significantly. We dragged things out a bit. The inside has a lot more space to work with. We'll take a look downstairs first, where we have now added additional places for the horses and sheep to stay, and I've added more places for selling things. We're struggling a little bit to actually keep on top of filling them up, but we'll get there eventually. Upstairs is the big surprise. We have now officially built a tattoo parlor for Pearl, and Pearl has actually started her own business here and is already working. Pearl has also had some changes herself. It's relatively subtle, I think, other than, of course, she's in the bath right now. Other than her hair, her hair's pretty significant change, but she's also kind of gotten away from the all kind of white style and has definitely picked up more of a goth look, I guess. Maybe not really. Bean has basically just been going around being Bean. He's really not doing anything particularly exciting. There's not really a lot we can do with him until he ages up and we can continue on. We'll go over the rules for him when we get around to actually spending time with him, but for now we're just, enjoying family life. Honey, kind of the same deal for the most part. We did try starting a club for her so she could meet other children, because she needs to become friends with other children. And unfortunately, there's no one in the area who is a child. We have lots of teens and adults, but no children, which is very strange. Need to work on that. Maybe add a few new people to the neighborhood. She has been just working away for me on making foods so that I can head over here and drag them into there. I wish there was an easier way to do that, to be honest. Or like if you double clicked, it would move faster or something like that to make it a little easier to transfer things over, but it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I also mentioned birthdays. We have a birthday coming up for Pearl and for Honey. They're both going to be aging up tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Morgan Fires has taken advantage of Knox's bartering policy and given him a fancy chicken painting. Interesting. I forgot that we now do bartering, and honestly, that fancy chicken painting, we could make that work here in the kitchen. I mean, it's interesting, it's fun, and I think I'm going to enjoy keeping it here. The next thing I wanted to spend money on is getting back to having solar panels again. I had noticed when looking at our bills that we're actually making a pretty solid profit, backlog, whatever, on the water that we have, the gathering of water, and I would like to see us saving on bills and possibly have like extra in order for building up money and such there. But I did make some subtle-ish changes to the inside of the house here as far as their bedrooms. They've all gotten new beds and new side tables, just something a little more mature, grown up, I guess. And that really, just to make things feel a little nicer, give them better quality beds. Other than that, we did add a rug here. I made some changes here to their office just to make it, the bookcases didn't actually function properly as bookcases, so I wanted to actually get functional bookcases in here, and the extra light is kind of nice. Eventually, I want to add, like, curtains and such to everything, but we'll get around to that. We do currently have Knox's business open because I wanted to build up some money. Once he has closed for the day, we'll have Pearl open up and get started on some business there. She's too miserable to do any homework or anything. Yeah, why don't we all just brush our teeth, because apparently it's pretty bad. Um, you need to eat, and you need to eat, and we need to plan a birthday party. While everyone is sleeping, I wanted to come down and collect all of the finely aged wine bottles and see how we're doing on this. We do have quite a bit. We've been very busy trying to get as many as possible, and I think that we're going to do pretty well here. We need 40,000 more in sales. I don't think that we're going to see 40,000 here right now, but we should be a lot closer. Yeah, I would say nearly 15,000. That's a pretty solid amount, leaving us with less than 25,000 remaining. I'm 100% sure that once everything that's currently in here ages, we will more than get enough. I should mention also that, yeah, Knox is suffering a little bit from some severe burns. He kind of got struck by lightning, and as you can see, there's a little bit of burn scars happening. It's going to take some time for this to heal. He has about 6 days that he's going to be dealing with being very uncomfortable. Now, taking these oatmeal baths does seem to help reduce it. As you can see, it's going down. So we've been trying to make an effort with giving him some gentle, calming baths to help out. And now we get to play a game of Find the Meal. They left it all the way over here for some reason. I think this is being... Yeah, it set that as the front door when I was doing all of the changes to the house, but Knox decided to order a couple of meals to kind of help out because everyone is just exhausted. I think part of it has been the additional care needed because all of the animals are afraid with the very frequent storms we've had for several days now. Everyone is just kind of on edge, and it's been difficult to actually run the ranch, like guests and everything, have them come over because nobody really wants to be outside because of the storms, which is when Knox ended up getting struck by lightning as well. And it's just been very chaotic, and I'm really hoping that the weather lets up for a while so that we can maybe finally get things running smoothly again. While meditating, Pearl came up with a solution to that math problem her teacher has been stumping the whole class with. She can't wait to present her solution on the next day of school. Except that you're going to be an adult now, so it doesn't matter. Kind of sucks to be you, doesn't it? Alright, here we go. We're going to stop meditating, and you're going to blow out your candles and become an adult. And I just went through all the trouble of building a tattoo shop and everything, so I think she's going to stick around for a while. It's kind of fun. It's my first time actually using the tattoo, like, table and job and all of it, so I want to play around with that for a little bit more. And, you know, not everybody has to leave the nest immediately. Alright, and final trait is that she's a bookworm. It kind of tracks with everything else. I think it might be kind of fun, maybe something in knowledge. I don't know if we necessarily want to stick to what she was doing before. Perhaps something in wellness would be nice, but she's more into the tattooing. Maybe something creative. I wish that they had something for creative or for tattoos in the aspirations, because none of those really fit well. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna keep occult because I really can't find something that I feel like fits her better. Alright, she's gonna go ahead and add some birthday candles because it's now time to age up Honey as well. Alright, Honey, your turn. Come on over and blow out your candles. It's always a little bit more exciting to me aging up like the infant through children because they actually change. Once they've reached that teen year thing, they pretty much stay the same after that, so it's not all that exciting. But these age ups are a lot more fun to me. We can get a better idea of who they are. Nosy. Okay, this kind of works with her whole social thing. She's a very social child, and I'm assuming will be a very social teen. She does have the calm and proper, loves outdoors. I don't know that nosy is going to work very well with proper, but we'll work with it. But Sims who thrive on gossip, snooping, and spying. They have incredibly poor boundaries and don't quite understand what personal space is, but they will discover secrets by any means necessary. Okay. I do think some kind of social or teen aspiration here. I think, oh, drama llama. I mean, I feel like someone who's nosy and social, they're gonna want some drama in their lives. All right, so Honey has suffered the lost chin, weird chin angles thing, but other than that, I think she turned out pretty cute. I did try to focus on more of a cutesy, early teen kind of look. With mixed success, it's clear I have not been a teen for a long time, but I'm hoping that the outfits kind of reflect that for the most part. I'm not sure what I was doing here. It is fine. We'll never see her party outfit ever again, but this is her new look. Alright, we have opened up the business for Pearl once again. Hopefully we can get this to work this time. She's been having some issues with things working quite right. We have limited-ish tattoos right now. I need to update any of my custom tattoos yet, but she's going to go ahead and offer them. I have not delved into the actual customizing of tools or of tattoos just yet. It is a little funny that they have to take a ladder up to get their tattoos, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. I'm glad to see that she's dressing professionally for the job and keeping it real here. Love the pants. Great pants. Sure, honey, you can like nature. I feel like everyone around here pretty much appreciates it on some level. Most of them, anyway. We should turn on some music. Make it kind of... Let's do some alternative. Just kind of set a vibe around here. Now that Bean gets pretty good grades, some bullies have been picking on him. Should he confront them with a witty comeback or ignore them and hope they'll pick a different target? I feel like Bean is a kind of a confrontational type at times, but also he knows when to just let things go, so this is a tough one. I think he's going to confront them. He's feeling brave today. Bean unleashes a tirade of poetic insults and put-downs, then drops an imaginary mic. The bullies quickly lose interest in harassing someone who's willing to stand up for himself. Performance gain small, and Pearl has reached tattoo level 4. Actually, what can we do now? We can now offer tattoo removal and unlocked the plural void critter stomach tattoo and the calligraphy tattoo. So we can now also charge more for tattooing services as well. Excellent. I think the tattoo business is a little difficult if you're the only one doing it, because of the fact that you can only do one at a time. You really have limits. I can continue to offer tattoo services to others, but I'm going to have to create like a line of people who want it, and I feel like in the meantime your customers are getting upset because they can't do what they want to, which is get a tattoo. That's the task that they've been given. Actually, I'm not worried about you crafting wine anymore at this point, because I feel like we should have enough, more than enough. So I'm actually going to go ahead and sell all of this. I'm going to sell everything that I can, because I'm really curious what we're at financially. And Nox has been over here picking up mysterious mushrooms. We're getting mushroom circles for some reason. We're going to go ahead and sell everything you have as well. And that is putting us at 214,000 simoleons. Honestly, this business is very profitable. Between what we get for the plants, what we get for having the businesses open, the drinks that we sell, everything is just super profitable. Pearl, this is amazing. I will wear your art with pride. I can't thank you enough, but this tip should be a start. Okay, so we got a tip on top of it. Very nice. Okay, now we need to offer someone else a tattoo. Let's, can we give you a tattoo? I feel like, let's welcome you to the business first. I feel like Knox will have taught her good business services. He's very good at it, so I feel like he wouldn't exactly steer her the wrong way. Alright. And let's see if you get a tattoo. Yosef seems to like us now. Oh, that's right. I made this last bit of beer out of mushrooms. Like some of the mysterious mushrooms from outside. And apparently it makes suspicious beer. Which, great. Oh, grades are up for Bean as well. That little boost definitely helped things out. And we got the good news that Bean could graduate early if he chooses to. So that is something that we've talked about, that if we manage to reach the end of her aspiration, we will then, oh, you got the skillful sleep perk. Nice. That is one of my favorite perks. If she manages to complete the aspiration before Bean reaches adulthood, what I intend to do is send him to university, and we will focus on a degree that would help him with the business career, which is where he starts out. Alright, I have made an executive decision. Because I feel like Sugar's generation has been kind of dragging on a bit. It has taken us a very long time to get everything together. And with this, we make enough to complete her aspiration and complete her generation. So if we look at what we had for Sugar, we needed to roll for a random topping to get our third trait and kid requirements, which was the coffee jelly trait. She's had 5 kids, and we gave her the neat trait. She had to run a restaurant and get it to 3 stars. That was that whole situation where we had a lot of issues with the restaurant working properly, issues then with the food stall working properly. Eventually, we kind of made the decision to jump ahead and move to Chestnut Ridge just before she became an adult. She was a young adult yet when we made the move, but we switched over to making money through nectar making, and I would say we've made more money in other ways than through the nectar making up until this point, but I think we've been pretty successful. She did marry a sim with the rancher trait. Her first husband actually had the rancher trait, and things didn't work out so well there. She ended up splitting with him and met Knox, who, developed the rancher trait after spending some time here. He really just enjoyed that lifestyle. We had to adopt at least one ranch animal. I would say we have that one covered. We have multiple hens, goats, and sheep, and we also have 2 horses, and if you consider a dog a ranch animal, we also have Bubblegum. We had to complete half of the Master Chef aspiration. I actually believe we went a little beyond that. And then we have to complete the Expert Nectar Maker, which we just did. We have an insane amount of satisfaction points as well. We've been really doing well on that. She has many, many traits beyond what we already have access to. And then max out cooking, gardening, and nectar making. So, let's see. Cooking, gardening, nectar making. We have completed everything we need to do for Sugar, and this is where I'm going to wrap up her generation. When we come back next time, we will join Bean at university and begin his journey. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and keep on being perfectly you.